lot of wonderful examples of the compassion that people show to one another. I have a department person that I've worked very closely with for about 4 years, and she and I always respected each other's intelligence, but she was always difficult to deal with. And after we had the hurricane, the first time that I spoke to her again after that, she said, "Oh, I'm so glad to hear everybody's okay." And ever since that day, whenever we talk to each other, we talk as people, and we don't talk just as colleagues and as somebody that you email but you don't really know. And so I think I've also had my children here when they're sick, and all the doctors and nurses have always been wonderful. It's a great place to bring your kids, and it's a nice place to be a part of. Our office has had several people who've had a lot of personal challenges lately, and watching the way that all the employees pull together is a great example of compassion. I also was going to talk to you about integrity. That's one of the personal values that I think is the most important. Doing what you say you're going to do, and also admitting when you're wrong. And admitting when you're wrong can be one of the hardest things you have to do at work, at home, anywhere. But it makes a big difference in your personal credibility. At UTMB, the annual required training always has the question for compliance: how would your actions look to family, friends, our patients, and the general public if it was on the front page of the newspaper or on the 6 o'clock news? When you grow up in a small town, you get used to thinking this way because it is true that everybody really does know everything.